Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episodes where we read your emails, play your voicemails, and read your reviews. Although today, maybe we should just play voicemails since we have so many. Who knows? Anyways, I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
We do have one review we need to read from Carrie Silver. It says, this is not a review for Web Crawlers. This is a review for the far superior Craig's Corner.
Oh, shit.
The crawlers may be entertaining, and they do obviously research their episodes, but they claim in their intro to do a deep dive into their topics. If that were really true, they would have the resident expert Craig and his wisdom of olden times weigh in. He obviously can hold his breath much longer because his deep dives are Mariana Trench depth where the angler fish float. Joking aside, this is my favorite podcast, and the girls always manage to make me think and make my day. Wow.
I love that. That's amazing.
That's good.
Yeah. He is a deep diver. Yeah.
To that effect, I will say, so I went ghost hunting the other day.
Oh, right.
Yes. So I went ghost hunting with my new man friend the other day. We went with my boyfriend. We went with this lady, Linda the Ghost Hunter. She was on Ellen. She's been on like a whole bunch of other shows. We went to the old abandoned Griffith Park Zoo, where we've kind of talked about it a little bit before, but what happened there was the zoo ran out of money and they just left all the animals in the cages and left them to starve to death, which is absolutely
they did not.
Horrible.
They did?
The energy there is so dark and so sad. I like randomly felt like crying like 10 different times. Anyways, so whether or not you believe in ghosts and hauntings, you can just feel that it's like a very sad energy.
Yeah.
The cages are all still there, like whatever. There's also the indigenous people of Los Angeles used to live there until it was taken by Los Feliz and Griffith, who turned it into the park and the zoo. And there's been like a lot of murders, like rapes, whatever there.
Jeez.
Not whatever to rape, but other stuff. Anyway, so we went with this ghost hunter. She gave us like a whole bunch of different implements to use, like an EMF reader, like a ghost voice box, like something that was similar to infrared technology. But like, I don't know if you've ever seen Paranormal Activity 3, where the girl is like dancing on Xbox and then you could see like there's something dancing next to her, but there's nothing there.
It's like a geometric figure, right? Is that like they use that on Ghost Adventures? They were showing they were in like some hospital and there was a surgeon doing surgery, but it was just a stick figure with like dots on the edge. Yeah.
So we had that. We were using that, and we saw it must have been like 50 different ghosts. Like no joke, we saw so many things. So anyways, it's all on video. The Linda had taped the whole night. She taped like all the technology we were using. She taped like the stick figure thingy where you could actually see the ghost. She taped the voice box talking. At one point, the voice box was like west, creek, hole, angle, driveway. So we were like, I guess we should walk west. So we walked west, and then we saw a creek, and it was at an angle. And then at the bottom of the creek, there was a hole, like a drainage hole. And then we looked at the like infrared technology thing that was like similar, like the that you can see the stick figures if there's a being there. And there was like a thing like hanging from a tree, like going back and forth.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of thing?
Like a Blair Witch thing?
Like, no, like you know how that device like picks up like
it was like showing
spirits.
A figure hanging from a tree.
Yeah, it was showing like a ghost like hanging back and forth from the tree. Anyways, I'll do a Patreon episode on it after we get the footage. I think she's giving us the footage like next week or the week after, but it was fucking bananas.
And we should have her on.
Yeah, and she said that she would be on, which is awesome. She said she'd be a guest. So we can definitely do that also and ask her about her. I mean, she says she's seen dead people since she was a little kid and everything. So there's that.
And I have a synchronicity story I wanted to tell Cody because I had.
Yeah.
This is just insane. This is like pure synchronicity. So I've. Let me just do a little backstory. I never really watched Anne of Green Gables. I know I seem like an Anne of Green Gables hound.
You really do, yeah.
I seem like a Green Gables hound, and I'm more of a Little Women hound. But I used to own the VHSs. I never really saw it. Like, I knew what it was, but I have no recollection of ever truly watching it. I used to watch Avonlea all the time, that TV show on Disney. Okay, so Amanda and I decided for our next playcation we would do Prince Edward Island because I knew that was like cottagecore central in Canada, and I was like, we should go that. So that's where our episode's going to be. It actually came out today. Go listen to it. Oh no, it came out 2 days ago. Go listen to it. Anyway, to prepare, I was like, well, I'm going to watch Anne of Green Gables, the original miniseries. So I did, and I watched it, and then it's like 4 hours long.
Oh my God.
Because it's a miniseries, it was like 2 nights of TV. So it's like 2 full movies, basically. And then they did a follow-up 2 years later, which is called Anne of Avonlea. And so when I finished that one, I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out. And I start watching it, and it's her as a teacher, and there are these little girls in it. And there was this one girl with like this very like severe face, like this very like model-esque face. She was like an 11-year-old girl playing a student. And I was like, wow, that girl is like such like a face. Like that's a very like heart-shaped face. And I went and looked her up on IMDb. I was like, oh, interesting. Or no, I didn't look her up on IMDb. I think I just had her in my head. So then 2 nights later, Craig has a drive of movies that he's been collecting over the years.
Oh no.
And he's like, out of nowhere, he's like, I've got this movie called The Brain. Let's watch this movie called The Brain. It's from it's like 1987 or 1988. And he puts it on randomly. And we're watching it. And I go, what do you need to pause this. The little girl is the first person to get killed in the movie. I'd never seen this girl my entire life. And I just happened to watch her in Anne of Green Gables 2 days earlier, noted her and went, wow, that's interesting. And then she's in the movie that we watched 2 days later out of nowhere. That's insane.
So weird.
This like random Canadian actress girl of the 80s. And I think she's done, and she's good. She's great. But it was like, I'm sorry. That's an insane. So many things had to align. I had to have never watched Anne of Green Gables my entire life to have watched it. Anyway, it was insane.
That's crazy.
Also, I want to do a shout out to Rosa Liam because last week I said that it was Matt Skuda who gave the Highway 666. It was a recommendation. It was not. It was Rosa Liam in the Discord. Thank you very much. Everyone give her a shout out.
Wow.
Shout out.
All right. Should we play some voicemails?
Yes, we shall.
Hi there. This message is for web crawlers. And I just wanted to talk about the time that I also almost got kidnapped at my job almost 3 months ago.
Oh my God.
So I am a Bikini Barista, which means I serve coffee in a small coffee stand in lingerie or bikinis, like whatever. And one morning when I was opening, it was very early, and a man comes up and he orders an energy drink. Cool. So I make the energy drink with flavors and half out in a cup, like pour half and half. So I get two half and half cups. And then he sits at the window for a little bit. He tries to give me half the cup back of the energy drink. And I take it. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is for you. Like, drink it.
Oh, no, he repeated it, didn't he?
I do not drink energy drinks that early in the morning, so I politely tell him, oh, I might just save this for later. I'm not going to drink it right now. And he says, no, I want you to drink it. And I tell him again, no, I do not drink energy drinks in the morning. So he proceeds to sit at the window for a long time, and after my rush, he's still there. And I ask him to leave, and he tells me, no, I want you to drink the drink that I gave you, and I want to watch you.
What?
And I tell him no again, and then he starts yelling profanities at me and demanding me to drink it in front of him. And then he throws a baggie of white powder at me inside of the coffee stand.
What?
And demands that I put more into the drink that he had given me. And he wants to watch me do it. And I tell him no. And at this point, I did not have any self-defense items. So I close the window, lock it. I lock all the stands or all the windows. And I start calling the police. And he knows I'm on the phone with the police, but he is staying there, persistent. And the police ask me, like, oh, what does he look like? And the stand is tinted. So I open the window. And as soon as I open the window, he grabs my arm and tries to physically pull me out of the coffee stand.
Oh, my God.
At that point, I start yelling and screaming and kicking. And thank God another customer pulled up, which was a regular. And he got out of the car and went over to the other side and started harassing the man that was trying to literally pull me out of the window. And thank God.
There's a part 2. Oh,
my heart is like,
this is crazy.
Oh my God.
Hi there, this message is for the web crawlers. My name's Nicole, part 2 of the Bikini Barista stand incident. So, where I left off, one of my regulars ended up getting out of his vehicle and going to the man and at the other side and started defending me, thank goodness. And as I was on the phone with the police ended up not coming for 3 hours, but the perpetrator, thank goodness, ended up being scared away by one of my regular customers. But when the police came, I gave them the baggie of drugs that he had thrown in the window that he demanded me pouring into my drink and taking in front of him. And a couple weeks later, I ended up getting a call that it was PCP laced with Quaaludes, which I didn't know that Quaaludes existed anymore. But yeah, so I almost got kidnapped at a coffee stand wearing no clothes.
Oh my God.
But I didn't. Thank fucking goodness. And I also I called in about my skinwalker experience in the Pacific Northwest. But apparently it was really glitchy, so I'll call in and give you the deets on that as well later. But yeah. I'm alive. I'm okay. I love you guys. Thanks for what you're doing because it's fucking awesome. Stay cool. Stay safe. Love you.
Oh my, that's terrifying.
I want to cry for that girl. First of all, fuck the cops for taking 3 hours when a girl calls being like, I've had to lock myself in a shed or like a coffee stand because a man has been here for hours,
grabbing my
arm,
grabbing my arm, throwing shit on me,
and now trying to drag me out of a window and like throwing drugs at me and trying to force me to drink like a drug drink. And the cops are like, okay, we'll be there soon.
Yeah,
like fuck that, dude.
Crazy. Yeah, that sounds like PCP behavior. Just like,
oh
psychotic.
My God. I hope they caught that guy and like, God, I'm so glad she is okay. And I hope she's not traumatized. Well, I mean, how can you not be traumatized? I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I wonder if, Also,
oh my God.
So it's a Bikini Barista. I've never heard of this before.
I imagine she must work in Vegas or something. Vegas
it's like a thing. This is like a thing. If you type in Bikini Barista, there's
Barista.
I guess they're all over, but yeah, they're like little coffee huts.
Oh wow.
Where
how much can bikini baristas make? According to coffee shops contacted, it's common for a bikini barista to make $100 to $200 per shift in tips. Yeah, I guess you would get tipped for wearing bikini while serving coffee.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah,
wow.
there's some around LA. Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and call in with your other. You said you had another story that was a little glitchy. Please call back. We would love to hear it.
Jeez, that's crazy. That's insane. Okay, next message.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. It's Kiara. I just got done listening to, I'm like going through and re-listening to all the episodes because I'm bored. But I'm listening to the H.H. Holmes one, and it's currently May 16th, and Maria said that she shares her birthday with H.H. Holmes. So happy birthday to Maria, and happy birthday to America's first serial killer. That's all. Honk, honk.
Wow. I guess I forgot that we had the same birthday. Yeah, he was born May 16th, 1861.
Wow. Happy birthday to you and America's first serial killer.
Yes.
Okay, next message.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. I just listened to the Hitman episode, and I thought I could chime in because I have actually been on the dark web. My husband is like techie and, I don't know, smart, can figure this stuff out. And we live in a state where weed is not legal, but we like to indulge in some edibles every once in a while. So we were trying to figure out if we could get it on the dark web. Probably like the tamest reason to use the dark web, but whatever. And so he figured it out. He like had to get a flash drive, and like it's kind of wild, and it looks like almost like eBay basically. And on the left column there was a section of, it was like hitmen, like cocaine, heroin, and it was just wild. We didn't end up doing anything on the dark web just because it kind of freaked us out, but it's definitely there. It's and that is, I think, where you would go to get a hitman if possible, but or I guess if you want one. But it was super fucked up, and it's really interesting to kind of see in the inside part of the dark web. So yeah, I just thought I would chime in and say that I have seen it with my own eyes. So yeah, thanks so much. Love you girls. Bye.
Damn, dark web is crazy. You get all sorts of shit on there.
Seriously, my God.
If you need a hitman, go to the dark web.
Yeah.
You never know. Next message.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Anna calling. I was just listening to the Patreon episode about this Andrew WK guy. I've never heard of him before. And so I'm driving home from work on the freeway, and I go past a semi as you're introducing the episode. You're like, oh, this episode is about Andrew WK. And the semi just says Andrew, nothing else. So that's weird, right? I'm like thinking, I'm like, that's okay, that's weird. Like, I should call in about that. And I was like, no, that's stupid. That's just a random, that's just random. And then you're going more in the episode, and you're like, he was born in 1979. He's a Taurus. And I go past a second semi that has 1979 on it. I don't know.
What?
Weird coincidence, weird synchronicity. Who knows? But I just had to call y'all and tell you about it. So, la la la. Bye.
That's crazy.
Weird. It freaks me out when I'm doing the New York Times crossword puzzle on my phone every day. Like occasionally I'll be like watching TV, and like the answer to the clue I'm trying to solve, like someone will say it on TV, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. It's so weird.
That's really weird.
That's terrifying.
It's happened a bunch of times. Okay, next message.
Hey, this one's for the web crawlers. This is Jake, the guy with the devil in his basement, recurring dream. But actually, I play in a band, and my drummer, his godfather, is the father of Andrew WK.
What?
And he's just a pretty normal dude. My drummer one time played ATV Off-Road Fury with him on his tour bus. Just a pretty normal dude. I think if anything, the whole him being replaced thing is just a fun thing, you know?
Sure.
I don't think it's too serious. I think he's just a pretty normal dude. Thanks. Bye.
Andrew WK is a pretty normal dude.
Pretty normal dude, Andrew WK.
I can see that.
I can see that for sure.
He's a weird dude, but he's also pretty normal.
Aren't we all?
Okay, next message.
This message is for the web crawler.
Uh-oh. I know this voice.
What's up, ladies? It's been a minute. I don't know. I haven't really been wow, really off to a great start. I haven't really been feeling like myself. So I haven't really called in a while. But
Love you as always. I was listening to this new episode. I guess I'm actually a little behind. But all this pickle talk with the McDonald's with Craig, I live in Woodstock, Illinois. I triangulate myself all the time. But the Clausen Pickle Factory is literally like 2 minutes up the road from my house. And I fucking love pickles. Like, I could just eat so many pickles all the time. And I don't know if you've seen, they sell these little snack packs. They're not Clausen. They have them like at Aldi sometimes. And it's like hot snacking pickles. It's just like little pouch rooms. So good. Anyway, the grocery store, actually, I wonder, I haven't been to like the Walmart recently, but there has been no Clausen pickles at my local grocery store for months. And the factory is literally like 5 minutes away from the grocery store. So I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with the pickles. But
shortage.
Something is up.
You got to storm the factory.
I wanted to tell you guys, this happened like a month or maybe more or longer. Maybe it was like 60, I don't know, who cares. So anyway, fairly recently, it came to my attention that, so me and my boyfriend, my mom actually showed us this secret beach where you go, it's like up by Lake Michigan, and you go up there and you feel like you're in Florida. Like it's like a public, what do you call it? Like a conservation area, and like it's by Fort Sheridan. So there used to be like Army or naval base or an Army base or whatever over there. So anyway, we like would go up to this beach and like go off the beaten path a little bit, like up the coastline, I guess you can call it. And you can like have this own area of sand and water in Lake Michigan, and you feel like, you know, it's just like your own private little beach. It's super cool. And you're in Illinois. You don't even have to drive. It's like an hour from my house. So it's like a nice little weekend thing me and my boyfriend like to do. The beach is closed. Secret beach is closed because they found live grenades that had to be detonated. And
what?
We used to go there, trampling around in grenade land. I could have been.
Oh my god.
Boom.
Oh my god.
But alas, I am not. But I just thought that was crazy. I don't know.
The voicemail ends. There's not a part 2. Fort Sheridan. Where is this? Illinois. I mean, is it south of Chicago?
It's above Highland Park. Yeah, it's between Chicago and Milwaukee. So it's like it's very northern.
Oh, it's
Illinois.
north of Chicago, up Illinois.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wah-woo-wee-wah.
I also was looking at, I typed in Clausen pickle shortage, and there is a shortage.
No, why?
Clausen, this is from B105country.com. I suppose this is a radio station's website. It says Clausen pickles are in short supply. Here's why. And this is from December 9th, 2020. People are saying it has to do with a tier 2 supply shortage. The problem is the fact that the amount of glass recycling is down, causing a shortage on glass pickle jars that Clausen uses. There you go.
Huh. It's not the pickles, it's the glass.
It's the jars.
I will say we're a Nathan's pickle household.
Oh.
That's our brand. The Nathan's brand is kind of our
I usually
jam.
get Clausen. But
I don't know what brand I get. I might get those like boobies. You know what I'm talking about with the old lady on the front?
Oh, I don't
know.
I don't know those.
Yeah, it's boobies. It's boobies. You've seen these.
How do you spell it?
Oh, Vlasic.
Bubbies.
I've never even seen these. These look very expensive. These look like an artisan.
What are these, Bristol Farms pickles?
Yeah.
These look like Gelson's brand pickles.
Only the finest for me, baby.
Okay, next message.
Hey, ladies. This is Anna. I was listening to one of your episodes, and you were talking about, like, strange numbers that keep on popping up in your life. And I was thinking about how, I think it was, like, in March, my boyfriend and his friend and I all went up to Columbus. And that entire day, I kept on thinking this number 69. You know, it's like the sex number or whatever, but like for some reason, that number keeps on popping up in my, like, life. Like, at work, I'll always get, like, checks that, like, end in 69. I don't know if it's, like, because of, like, the prices. My number, like, we all have, like, assigned numbers, like, and I'm number 69. And, like, that day, our check was for $69. One time I looked at the temperature, it was 69 degrees. And, like, I know there's, like, so many more because it was literally freaking us out. I'm like, guys, you're never going to believe this, but we found another 69. And it's like, what in the heck is going on? Oh, this other one, I looked at my odometer, and the last two numbers were 69. And I'm like, homie, that's very interesting. But it just, like, pops up all the time. And, like, I'm like, am I just seeing it because I want to see it? Because it's the funny sex number. Or is it actually popping up because
funny sex number.
It means something? But that was a very strange day, and my boyfriend and I still joke about it. It's funny number, haha. But even I remember the first time I found out about it was at, like, I was doing cross country, and, like, my number was 69 that, like, I had on myself, and I didn't think anything of it until someone was like, ha, you have 69. And, like, I think I was, like, in 8th grade, so I was a little bit sheltered, but who cares? But it was just very, very strange, like, how often it pops up for me. But, yeah, that is my little number rant, and I appreciate all you guys do, and you're wonderful, and your voices just are great. Love you guys. Bye.
69. It's a sign that
it's a funny sex number.
It's a funny sex number.
Yeah, I do wonder that, though. There is an interesting thing. Like, because I see 9/11 all the time. I'm always looking at the clock when it's 9/11. We talked about this before. And I feel like half of that is me just recognizing it when it comes up. I go like, oh, it's 9, like, I always see 9/11. Because, like, if I just look at the clock right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a number that doesn't make me think of anything. You know what I mean? So it's just having it in your head that if you see that number, it's interesting, you know? So I don't know. I go back and forth because, like, and the other part of it is like, well, no, I do feel people, certain numbers follow people around in their lives. So
I always look at the clock at 3:33. Like, every day I'll look at it. I don't know what it is. Every day I'll look at the clock at 3:33. But I don't know what that. I don't know. Yeah,
it's just a 69 world, and we're living in it.
We're living in it.
Okay, next message.
Hey, this message is for web crawlers. I just really wanted to know how you guys feel about the theory that JonBenet Ramsey wasn't a real person and that she was basically like a hologram. I know this sounds crazy. I know it sounds weird. But if you look into it, none of those pageants she was in were real. The pageant her mother was in, she didn't win that pageant. That's all fake too. Her dad sold off some, like, really insane software that creates, like, computer generated faces, like Uncanny Valley type stuff, like people that aren't real. I stumbled upon this theory recently, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I, like, can't sleep at night because I'm just obsessed with the idea that JonBenet Ramsey was a hologram.
Whoa.
Anyway, just wondering how you guys feel about that. Also, Allie, you're, like, literally my hero. I would do anything for you.
Wow.
Anyway, you're all amazing, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Wow.
I kind of want to do my episode on this JonBenet Ramsey theory. Just do, like, a quick summary of JonBenet Ramsey. And then I have never heard this theory.
I've never heard it either
in my life.
There's also the conspiracy that Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one. I just Googled JonBenet hologram, and I don't see anything.
Nothing comes up. So I'd love to know where she heard this.
Yeah, where did...
Is this real? What?
There's also a conspiracy that Ghislaine was involved with her murder.
Oh, right.
Well, we talked about that. We mentioned that.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember everything you guys say.
We did mention that.
Ain't that the truth? JonBenet Ramsey.
Yeah, I can't find anything on it either.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit now, and there's nothing on there either. So Will you email us and tell us where you found that information so that we can look into it, please?
Hey, this is for the web crawlers. This is Jack from Bellingham. It's been a little while. Yeah, I listened to your most recent episode about Andrew WK, and it unlocked this weird memory that I haven't thought about in years.
Oh.
But years ago on Twitter, I posted something. I forget what exactly it was. I posted something that I think referenced him, and the Twitter account replied to me and was like, "Oh, that's great. Hope you party today," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I think that was my first celebrity interaction on Twitter, and I was like, maybe that's just a bot or somebody controlling it or something. And so I replied to the tweet, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. You replied. Thank you." And then I am a professional wrestler, but that's not in my
what?
It wasn't in my profile or anything. And so he replied and was like, "Oh, thank you, dude. Also, your pro wrestling picks are awesome." And I was like, I was so confused. Is Andrew WK looking through my my Twitter, through my pictures and stuff? And it just didn't make sense to me. And I always wondered, is this Andrew WK? He can't have this much time on his hands. Or is this some social media manager or something that's handling this and reaching out to people? And then the account DM'd me and was just hey, I love pro wrestling. If you're ever in San Francisco doing a show or something, hit me up, something like that. And I was just okay, sick, I will. But it always just confused me. I was so this doesn't feel real. That this celebrity just randomly reached out to one random dude who I must have replied to one of his tweets or something, or just mentioned him in one of my tweets. And it was just, I've never had any other experience like that. And I always felt this can't really be Andrew WK. And so hearing the podcast episode and being it might be multiple people, I've never heard any of the conspiracy theories. But when you guys talked about it, I was like, oh my God, this sort of makes sense and checks out. So I don't know if that proves anything, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was weird. Yeah, I still love the podcast. You are all so funny and so fun to listen to, getting me through the long days. So I appreciate it, and have a good one. Party on.
Okay, this guy's a pro wrestler.
Hot.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Maybe Andrew WK is a big wrestling fan.
Maybe he is. That seems like his vibe.
100%.
It seems he's cool like that. He would just be online. Someone would message him on Twitter, and then he'd just go down. He'd do what all of us do, which is then just go down the rabbit hole of figuring out who this person is.
Okay, so wait, hold on. There's a tweet from 2014, Andrew WK. Being obsessed with professional wrestling counts as partying. So he's a big and then here's another thing, Andrew WK. I am absolutely open to appearing at a wrestling event. I would love to play music there. So I think he is
he's into it.
He's a huge wrestling fan. He might have been a fan of this guy
awesome.
Unknowingly. So I think it was real, honestly.
You know, some professional, independent wrestling is fun. There's this thing called PWG.
PWG! I was about to ask you if whoever took you to PWG.
I've been there. It's so fun.
Yeah, I went once too, and I actually surprisingly really liked it.
It was a lot of fun. They're all hilarious. It's just independent wrestling. A lot of the guys who I saw are now pro wrestlers, but they do funny pranks. These two guys will be they'll have a big trench jacket and they'll be in each other's shoulders, and then they'll get chairs and stuff, and they'll glitter bomb people. And it's really fun. It's so entertaining.
They throw people into the wrestlers into the crowd. You have to
you got to get up, you got to step out of your chair and move away because they're about to throw someone into the crowd.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's in the valley in a warehouse and super hard to get into. You kind of have to have a hook to get into it. It's crazy. It's so hot and so sweaty and so gross.
It's fun.
Well, it returns Sunday, August 1st, says their Twitter page. So get your tickets.
Wow. Get your tickets.
Get it while it's hot.
All right. Flast message.
Flast message.
Flast message. Classic.
Hey, this is for web crawlers. This is Amberly. I'm living in Savannah, Georgia now, but I'm actually from a little town in Florida called Arcadia. So I'm listening to the Rent a Hitman episode right now, and Long John Silver's is a drive-through, like, fast food seafood place. And there was also another, like, similar to Long John Silver's called Captain D's. And they had really, like, we used to eat there a lot, and the town I was in was really small, so we didn't have one. We would drive to a place called Port Charlotte, which was, like, 45 minutes away, and we would eat there sometimes when we went, like, to the mall and stuff. Like, it's a real thing. It's a drive-through seafood. And now, because they have, like, the combo places, you know, like the KFC Pizza Hut type thing, there was, like, a Captain D's Taco Bell, like, combo restaurant.
Wow.
Together thing.
Oh.
So, anyway, Maria was right. So, just wanted to let y'all know.
Thank you.
Thanks. Honk, honk, honk.
Wow. Maria was right.
Justice for Maria.
Oh, there's one more message. I think it's from the same person, but.
Okay, web crawlers, it's Anne really again. I totally stopped the show in the middle of you guys talking about Long John Silver's to leave the voicemail about Long John Silver's, and all the stuff that I said in my voicemail. When I went back to the show to finish listening, you all said the same exact thing. So I'm sorry that it sounds like I wasn't listening to you, because I totally was listening to you. I just got so excited that I stopped the podcast to leave a voicemail before I finished listening to the episode. So love you guys. Bye.
That's
I love that, though. I love that people get so pumped. They're like, I have to call
gotta
him
call.
right now.
And then they're like,
And they
Yeah,
have
they
the
talked
number.
about it.
They know the number by heart. So they literally just pick up their phone. They're like 66, 604,
I
6262.
gotta
They
tell
wait for
them.
the message and they
Hello.
just
They must be listening. They're like, oh no, I just said that in my voicemail.
I cannot wait for someone to go to jail and we're their one phone call because we're the only number someone remembers. It'll be
wait.
amazing. Anyways, guys, please continue to call, email us, leave us reviews, join the Patreon. We love you guys so much. You are the best fans. I don't want to say fans, listeners and friends in the whole entire world.
Listeners. It's like more of a community.
Friends.
Yeah.
We're all a team. We're a team. Anyways, I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.